I am so proud. It's really good stuff. I'm super proud.
Put your hand underneath your chair. That is a weight-sensitive explosive. If you get off that chair, it detonates.
This movie was so fun and twisted in so many weird ways. It kept me guessing. I want to know from the two of you what drew you in? All these wild storylines of these couples kind of intertwined. And this is kind of a joke and kind of not a joke, but was there any deciding factor that came into the fact that you get to sit down for the entire movie?
That's a good question, especially as you get to be my age. No, but one of the most interesting things for me about this process was that Kat and I hadn't really met or spent time around each other until we sat down and started filming, and which was very cool in reference to what our characters are going through, because we really didn't know much about each other at all before we started. And so we it felt very true to what our characters were experiencing in some ways.
Exactly. Yeah. We filmed it pretty much in a linear way from the beginning of the characters meeting up until the end. And it actually forced us to have to really trust each other, because there were certain things that Ryan would do or that I would do, and we had to kind of follow each other through certain beats, and not having that time ahead of time was in a lot of ways like a blessing, because it forced us to really be on our toes, and we couldn't rehearse certain things. We just had to kind of go for it, and that was really fun.
Yeah, it was a real wild ride. And I mean, your guys' chemistry sitting there, as an actor, I was previously an actor for about 10 years, and I can only imagine trying to carry a film from a seated position where you can do so little and it all has to come out here. And you guys just did such a good job. You were hanging on your every word trying to figure out this story. I really liked it.
Thank you, man.
Ryan has everything in his eyes. He doesn't have to move a muscle, and there were moments where it wasn't even on me, and he would do scenes and the camera couldn't even see, but I would be like just bawling because it was so incredible.
I love that. I love that. I want to bring this up. This question happens in the midst of conversation. We live with ourselves. Isn't that a consequence enough? So interesting. One that makes you think. Tell me, good or bad, the decisions that we make, do you agree with something like this? What's your take on that line itself?
I do agree with it. I agree that we live with the consequences of ourselves, but how you energetically take that on is what dictates whether or not it becomes like a noose or like around your, So I think that you can also channel the bad things that happen in your life for good if you learn from it, and if you and so I don't think it has to be as ominous or as heavy as it sounds. Like that, you can turn those things around for good.
Yeah. What about you, Kat?
Yeah, we make decisions and we have to live with them, or we are haunted by relationships or experiences we've had, and they can completely envelop you, or you can use them to heal and to be better, right?
Yeah, for sure. All right, I want to pivot a little bit. There's so many things I want to ask both of you, and we don't have a lot of time. Ryan, I want to talk real quick Deacon and his he's acting now. I'm a father of a 7-year-old, and my son always asks me, what do I do? Why are you on TV? This and that. But we have him in Never Have I Ever season 3. What's it like for you to see him both doing the music and now the acting? You must be so proud.
I am so proud, and he's about to go to college in New York for music, and and that's his primary focus. The acting thing he likes to do, and he will, according to what his appetite for it is, but his focus is primarily music, and the music he's actually dropping a mixtape this Friday on SoundCloud that's incredible, and I'm so excited for people to hear. Yeah. It's really good stuff. I'm super proud.
Dude, that's awesome. And real quick, I want to bring this up. I know what you did last summer 25 years ago. We're right around there. What do you remember from that time being on that movie?
I do remember a fair amount because it was only my second or third movie, and I was so excited to do it. But when you say that it's the 25th year anniversary, it just makes me feel like a dinosaur, honestly. like, Jesus, how long have I been doing this? Like, but you know, nothing but good memories from that period of time. Like, I just recently saw Sarah Michelle, and you know, we got together for Selma's birthday recently, and you know, I was 19 years old when I made that movie, so like it has a lot of young sort of memories related to it. But I'm happy to have done it for sure.
I know what you did last summer. Ooh, what a crock of.
We need help.
Yeah, I'll say. You know what? You guys should check out a mirror once in a while. You two look like run over twice.
Yeah. All right, Kat, I want to talk. You're almost done with this world tour, long, hot summer. How has it been going? What is that like for you?
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, with Ryan's son Deacon in music, the music industry is not easy. They don't make it easy for you. It takes a ton of time, a ton of energy and effort. And then when you get into touring, it's physically exhausting, but it when you connect with people and they connect to your music and you get to perform it, it's so awesome. It's the best feeling. And yeah, I love it. I'm heading to Germany tomorrow to headline a festival. So we're just going. We're going. It is fun. We are getting it.
Get after it. We love to see it. And I want to talk about this song, Oprah Rich, real quick. Has Oprah heard this song? Do you know if she's heard this? Because I was just banging this song.
I hope she hasn't in a weird way, because I've met her and she's, it was a fun song to do. So I dropped a record in June, and it's all about, it's a partnership with GLAAD, and the proceeds go to GLAAD, and it's all about rights and LGBTQ rights and being your loudest, proudest self. And it's just a super fun pop, fierce record, right? It's that kind of just like, let's go party record, Ibiza fun. And I put out a record called Oprah Rich, which we had originally recorded, which is something fun to do. And it's kind of taking off. So I'm just wondering when that conversation with her goes and how she feels about it. But to be clear, being Oprah Rich is not all about wealth. I mean, Oprah is spiritually wealthy. She's morally wealthy. She's culturally wealthy. She's an abundant. Yeah. She represents absolute abundance. So that's what I mean when I say Oprah Rich. You can be absolutely broke in your bank account and still be Oprah Rich.